Welcome to Between the Lines with Sean Harrod, the show about everyone in life.
Good afternoon, everybody. What a great, bright, beautiful, winter, snowy day. You know what? When I was a kid, I always wanted it to snow. It never snowed enough. Now it snows too much. And I still got to get to work. I still got to go to the places I have to go. You know, when you're a kid, you wanted that stuff to bail you out. When you're grown up, it won't. Hey, but listen, let us bring on Mike. Mike, are you there?
How are you doing today? I bet you can't do as many push-ups as Herschel Walker.
You know what? That won't even, I can tell you you're right. You know, I had him on my page over there at USFL-The at Facebook because he's doing MMA now. You know about that?
Boy, was he in shape, 47 years old.
Yeah.
He put a lay down to his opponent there, incredible shape. Herschel Walker was always one of the best athletes in professional sports. People only question his desire, maybe, as a football player.
You know, he's a Pisces, so when it comes to that, you know, his feelings do come in the forefront of how he gets along with people. And you know what? I remember a few years ago, more than a few years ago, when they were both on the Eagles, they were signing some autographs over at the Morristown Mall. And I expected Herschel to be the more friendly one. And we always knew that Cunningham went through his moods and his behaviors. So I thought Cunningham was going to be the one that was going to be hard to get to know. But it was the other way around. Cunningham was very friendly and Herschel was very closed.
Yeah, Herschel, when I was doing my research for the book, the USFL-The Rebel League Didn't Respect But Feared, I talked to Brad Sham, the Cowboys play-by-play announcer, and he said Herschel was very indifferent. I mean, he was a great athlete, but he'd talk about things like someday working in the FBI, or he partook in, I believe it was the Dallas Ballet.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he did kind of strange and off-center kind of stuff, and I was kind of surprised once he went to the NFL, he didn't have as much of an impact as he had in the USFL with the Generals in that one season in 1985 when he rushed for over 2,500 yards. It just seems like Herschel kind of lacked the desire at times to be an incredible running back, which it seemed, many people thought he would be.
Yeah, he was a great person, but I don't think he was very social. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He wasn't like, matter of fact, and that's what I talk about here. And by the way, our guest here, Mike, he's from the tribe of Scorpio, if that's correct.
Yes, I am.
Okay, but, Herschel's a theoretical person like myself, and so is Reggie White. And sometimes, we get in situations where our moods overpower us, and you can say that to Deshaun Jackson right now with the Eagles. The moods overpower us. Same thing with T.O. and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't meet him personally, but he was in the same place as I was, Reggie White, back in Willingboro, and they had this Glory Bowl. You remember that?
It was Gloryland. My dad was part owner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Reggie White was there. Do you remember when he was there?
That. And Keith Byers was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I had seen him, and he didn't look approachable. It's like, yeah, Reggie White. He didn't look approachable, and I was like, well, I better leave him alone. You know what I mean?
Well, that's funny about athletes and dealing with them and as being a writer, reporter, radio reporter, whatever it is. You kind of have an idea when you go into a setting, a locker room, if who you want to talk to, but you kind of got to read their body language to see if they're approachable or not.
Yeah.
And it's that weird sixth sense that you have to have when dealing with athletes. And you know what? Look, if I had somebody wanting to ask me questions every day, I'd probably be unapproachable myself. So it's a tough thing, but they're making the millions of dollars, and we're the vehicle that they kind of talk to their fans through, at least before Twittering came around. So
that's true. That's true. Well, I am just so happy and grateful that you wrote this book, because now you've put an end to me making my own clip books and and putting all this stuff, my scrapbooks together. I have a huge scrapbook of USFL clips from the internet. And I was like, how come no one has written a book yet? And every time I go to Borders or Barnes & Nobles, I always go to the sports section and I check. I'm saying, am I overlooking anything? Did I miss anything? And then, I posted, like how me and you got connected was I posted the picture.